Okay. Sam Darnold is going to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold just had the best game of his career. I kept picking against the Seahawks solely because I expected him to mess up. And not only did he not, he's been playing really well. How would you compare him to Brock Purdy now that Sam Darnold's doing so well?
Okay, I'm going to come at it around the barn. I listened to some of Brady talking yesterday. I can't all the time. They drive me crazy. But whenever he talked about Darnold during the game that I heard, it was really tepid, backhanded praise.
Yeah.
Boy,
He's not exactly surgical.
Yeah, he said, boy, he's not surgical. He's explosive. They have an explosive offense, but not exactly surgical, meaning he's going to screw up at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as he kept not screwing up and matching Stafford, they were almost identical, their numbers. He kept saying, this is surprising to me. And I want to say he wasn't being a jerk because Darnold has a reputation of giving up the ball. He has a he really does it. So, and it offends Brady. So that's coming around the barn. Compare him to Brock Purdy. Okay, Iggy, if you put Brock Purdy on Seattle now, could he do as well or better than Sam Darnold on Seattle?
I don't think so. But I think it's a fit. Well, I don't think Darnold's that much better than Brock, or maybe he might not even be better than Brock at all. But you saw that big throw he had to Rashid Shaheed up the right sideline. There's all this speed on the Seahawks, and there's a need for a quarterback who can get the ball down the field. And that's what Darnold can do. He's a very strong arm, and I don't know that some of that speed might be lost on Brock Purdy is what I'm trying to say. I think Darnold's a better fit for that offense, but in this offense where you're throwing to running backs and tight ends consistently, that might be a better fit for Brock.
Than Darnold for the Niners.
Yeah, because there's no speed, so there's no explosiveness, and there's really nothing for Darnold. You can't really take advantage of what he does well. He needs to throw the ball on the field.
And if he's not surgical, that wouldn't work for the Niners and for Kyle. Okay. I think we could
Purdy
say
can do all that scrambling. I don't think the Seahawks need him to do because they have a good offensive line. I mean, Darnold can stand still on that team.
But he can throw very well on the run, right and left. He can. Okay. Some things we can say. I think Darnold had a better season than Brock Purdy.
I think Darnold had a better last 2 seasons than Brock Purdy.
Tell me.
Well, I mean, in Minnesota, he also won 14 games last year. Now, he was awful in the playoffs, but at least he made it there, unlike Brock. And then this year, he won 14 games. He went to the playoffs. And this year, he's really good in the playoffs. It seems like not only is he improving, he's able to play quarterback at a high level without getting hurt, which is something that Brock is having a tough time doing.
He doesn't get hurt. I mean, he has the oblique, but he keeps playing well.
He stays. Yeah, Brock missed 8 games with a toe injury, and I'm sure it was very painful, but he didn't play, which is rough.
8 games is a lot of games when you're paying a guy $55 million. So, okay, what we know is Sam had a better last 2 seasons than Brock. That each is a better fit for the team he's on right now. If I had to choose between the two of them, if I were starting a team and I only had a choice of them, I would take Sam Darnold, even though I would like Purdy. How about you?
I would too. And I think what we're seeing with Sam is he's really improved a lot over the last 2 years, and I don't know that Brock has. You could argue that he's regressed a little bit, that he's seeing the field worse, that he's holding the ball longer, that he's turning the ball over more, which is strange. I think with Darnold, if you look back at his career, he was drafted very high. Purdy wasn't. He had to go to the Jets. His coach was Adam Gase, who gave him the Peyton Manning offense. No one can run that except Peyton Manning. Since then, Adam Gase has been out of the league. Then he went to Carolina. His coach was Matt Rule, running college offense. Rule's out of the league. Came to the Niners. That was his first exposure to an NFL offense. He spent the year learning it. Now, he knows an NFL offense. He can execute it pretty well. He's a big guy. He can see the field, and he can play a full season. Brock's great, but he's little, and his game requires so much running around. I think it's just neither one's elite in my eyes, but one guy's safer, and one guy's probably going to have a longer career.
Yeah.
Like, who would you feel more confident is going to be starting quarterback at 35, Sam Darnold or Brock Purdy?
I'd say Sam. I
Yep.
also think you've made a good point that Sam continued to learn and to grow. He's better than he was a few seasons ago. It seems like Brock hit his ceiling early,
Mhm.
and either he's there or regressed. I think this is the best he's ever going to be.
I think so too. And he had the fortune of being drafted into a good system with a good coach, and Darnold didn't. I think you could kind of throw out the first 5 years of his career and kind of act like his career started once he got to the Niners, kind of like Brock Purdy. And since then, Darnold's had this upward trajectory, and Brock Purdy hasn't.
No, absolutely not. If anything, he's gone. I mean, just the injuries alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Iggy against Seattle in the last game, Purdy was awful. Iggy,
So bad.
what was his pass rating? Was like 54.
Yeah.
I mean, that's lower than the earthworm.
Yeah, and
It's-
that doesn't even account for the fumble that he lost. It is lower than the earthworm. And I think what's so interesting too about Darnold, he the word on him was that he was a choker and a loser, and he finally changed the narrative for himself, and that's wonderful. It's interesting that Brock doesn't have that narrative. He's been to a Super Bowl, he's not a choker, but he turns the ball over just as often as Darnold. And Darnold is the one that everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's going to blow it." And no one really thinks that about Brock Purdy, which is an interesting perception thing. It's an issue for both of them. At least it hasn't been an issue for Darnold recently.
well,
But
yeah, it's an
I
issue.
want to say one
We'll
thing.
see.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and we'll see about Darnold in the Super Bowl.
That's what I was going
But
to say.
so far, he's been a lot more steady than Brock. But a lot of funny things happen in Super Bowls.
Yeah, I think everyone's expecting the Seahawks to win because they've been so dominant and the Patriots kind of eat in. But just remember that the last 3 weeks, Darnold has faced the Niners twice. Their defense is not good. And the Rams, whose defense is not good. Now, the Patriots have a very good defense. They have a great cornerback who's going to go on the Seahawks' great wide receiver. It's going to be a lot harder. So Darnold's going to have to earn it.
In addition, Iggy, the Patriots are a tough team. I'm not speaking about, well, I am speaking about the Rams. The Niners are soft. They are. They're soft. And the Rams aren't that tough either.
That's true. That's the truth.